Okay, let's do the intro together, okay? Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Bridget, and this is Azriel, and welcome back to our channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day. Yeah? And today's video is going to be part 2 of makeup that went misting. So this video did really well for me last month, or a month before. It was like a while ago. But today we're going to talk about some more makeup that went missing. All of these are things that you guys sent to me either in the comments of that first video, which I will leave a link down below, or in my Instagram messages. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video.
One more. It's just cherries, everything is cherries on top.
Alright guys, before we get started, I do put a video every single freaking day, so if you want to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. So, let's do this. So the first product that went missing is the Lime Crime Velveteens. Now I know they're still making these, but they were so popular, everyone wore them back in the day, and they kind of fallen off the map. Now this is one of those products that's been out for a really long time, so I do understand that like the hype doesn't last forever on certain products, but Lime Crime is such a bad rap that I don't see anybody buying this anymore. I personally did a Lime Crime hair dye video a couple months back and got so much crap for buying from Lime Crime for it that I'll never do it again. So I think a lot of other people on the internet are avoiding them as well. They don't see them as much being publicized. And I also was following Lime Crime on Instagram, and then they came out with this MILF pack of like 4 Velveteens, and it came in like a fake cigarette carton. And I don't think okay, so Lime Crime is known for like their cutesy packaging. They even have like little Polly Pocket eyeshadows and palettes and stuff. Then they make a really aesthetic carton that says MILF on it that's shaped like cigarette. It looks supposed to look like a cigarette carton. That is so disgusting to me, by perpetuating cigarette culture to like, you know, people buying Lime Crime is usually like younger kids and teenagers and stuff. I don't think it's a good behavior to endorse. If you smoke cigarettes yourself, that's your own choice. You're an adult, do what you want. But Lime Crime is targeted towards teenagers and younger people. They literally have Polly Pocket and unicorn everything. So I don't agree with that marketing strategy. I don't think it's something to glamorize, and I'm kind of glad that Lime Crime Velveteens have fallen off the map and gone missing. I'm sorry if that first one seemed kind of pointed, but it's one that like really got to me the last couple weeks. So the next item that has fallen off the radar is the MAC Studio Fix Foundation and Concealer. This was like the bomb, apparently, to all makeup people back in the day, and I don't see anyone using it anymore. If you look at the reviews of the Studio Fix foundation, a lot of it says that it stinks like paint, and this is one of those foundation and concealer combos that like everyone used, and I don't see it being mentioned anymore. I think I might have mentioned the foundation in my previous video. I'm not sure, it's been like 2 months, but I know I haven't mentioned the concealer, and that's another thing that people loved. Next up is the Wayne Goss brushes. These are available at Beautylish. I don't know where else you can buy them, but these are super expensive, fancy brushes. Personally, for me, they look completely overpriced, but I hear a lot of people who are professional makeup artists say that they're amazing quality. However, I don't hear anybody talking about them anymore. I don't know if they're still making them. I'm sure they are, but I don't hear anybody talking about the Goss brushes anymore at all. Probably because most people on the internet are promoting their Morphe codes, but I don't see the Goss brushes talked about. The next thing I'm going to talk about is Ofra, the whole brand. I don't see that talked about anymore. I see Ofra talked about only when Nikki Tutorials does a collab with them. I don't hear about them any other time. Personally, the only Ofra products that I have tried are their single shadows, and that's it. I have not tried their liquid lipstick or anything like that. I want to. I've heard great things, but the whole brand of Ofra I've just heard less and less about as time goes on, and now if I see something Ofra in a makeup video or see someone on Instagram using it, I'm kind of surprised because I just never see it anymore. Next up is Hourglass. I don't hear too much about Hourglass, but in particular, you guys recommended this one a lot, is the Hourglass Foundation Stick. This was used a lot a while back, and it literally, like, everyone used it, and the next day, no one used it anymore. I know foundations and stuff are always coming out with new products. This kind of goes with everything on this list. New stuff's always constantly coming out. But I would still think that even if I don't see YouTubers like me mentioning it in like new reviews and stuff, you'd probably see it still in monthly favorites if you still have it. And then I would also probably still see it a lot on Instagram. I never see that anymore. So foundation stick and a lot of these products are just like gone. And I don't see much Hourglass anymore, to be honest. Next product is the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. Now I saw this a little while back. This came back a little bit when they released the Hoola Light Bronzer, which was supposed to be like a lighter version of the original bronzer. That's when I saw a little bit more use out of it, but then after that I never saw it again. I know some people still use it as their staple bronzers, but I don't see like the overall community reaching for the Hoola bronzer or the Hoola Light Bronzer as much as they used to, because everyone used to use that bronzer. Personally, I'm not the bronzing type, so I never tried it, but I'm sure it's good. Everybody else said it was. Next up is something that did not work for me, and this is the Artis brushes. Now personally, I never bought the expensive one. I bought the $1 one off of Wish, and they have tons of dupes in TJ Maxx and Ross if you ever want to try them. But the Hoola, I mean not the Hoola, I'm still talking about Hoola. The Artis brushes are gone. I see people in their makeup tutorials and stuff saying they're going to throw them away. The Beauty Blender is the tried and true perfect foundation blending tool. The Artis brushes were really cool looking. They kind of look like a weird toothbrush. And then celebrities and makeup people would come out with a 4-pack of custom Artis brushes, and they were all exactly the same. And I think the Artis thing was kind of like a trend. Some people still use them, but they're very far between because they're overly priced, and unless you're rich, you're not really going to use them that much. I don't think. They're kind of died out. Alright, so next is Fenty Beauty. Overall, you still hear about Fenty Beauty only when new products come out, like the new duo highlighter things that are funny colors, and the body lava and the powder poof that came out a while back. You never hear about the old Fenty Beauty products. Not even old. They're not even old. That's the thing. They just came out like not too long ago. You never see it talked about anymore. I don't see anybody using the foundation. I don't see anybody using the gold highlighter that everyone raved about when it first came out. I don't see people using the eyeshadow palette that came out. I don't see people using a lot of it. The body lava was like a trendy for a week, and I haven't seen it since. And I don't even see the highlighters as much as I thought I would. I don't know why, because like the products that I've tried and the products I've swatched from Fenty Beauty are good quality. The foundation is a little bit dry and hard to remove on dry skin, I will say that, but everything else seems pretty. I just don't think people reach for it as much as they thought they would. Next up is something that some people still rave about, but it's only on Instagram. I don't see it on YouTube anymore. And if I see it on Instagram, it's like certain niche people that use it. And this is the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, the everlasting liquid lipsticks. I don't see anybody buying them anymore. I know that Lolita is still like the top selling shade, and there's like a Lolita 2 version. And Bow and Arrow was a really popular color. The first color I bought from Kat Von D Everlasting Lipsticks was Aisha, I think. It was a purple. Anyways, but I don't see people buying the lipsticks anymore. If they are, I think it's like certain niche people who really love Kat Von D products, and it's really on Instagram only. But I don't see people reaching for Kat Von D lipsticks as much, and I don't see people wearing the studded ones either. But I'm really talking about the liquid lipsticks here. So I was just looking at my notes of the list you guys suggested, and for some reason it says the item and it says Kink wore it, and I'm wondering who Kink is, and I was like, is it Kirk? And I was like, I don't know any Kirks. And then I realized it says Kim K. So this is the NARS Turkish lip gloss. Apparently Kim K wore it. That's what you guys told me, and apparently it sold out for a really long time. I personally don't remember this one, but the NARS Turkish lip gloss is something that has disappeared because I've never heard of it. So I guess it disappeared. I don't know. Did it ever exist? I don't know. I'll Google it. Alright, so the next product is a good product, but it stinks. And I think that's why we don't talk about it anymore. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This was raved about so much when it first came out that eventually I bought it. And one thing I noticed that no one else seemed to is that it smells like paint. Like, it stinks. It's good coverage. It's not the Tarte Shape Tape by any means, but it's good coverage. It's better than the ColourPop. But it stinks like paint. Like, it really stinks. Like, I don't know. It's just like that Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation that stinks like paint. I don't understand why it smells that way, but it does. And it just fallen off the face of the map, and I'll never buy another one. Alright, so the next item we're going to talk about is from NYX. NYX has so many staple products that have been around forever, and one thing I have seen fallen off the face of the map is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color of Milk. Now, the Jumbo Pencils are still used once in a while, but really for like intricate looks, because they're just a big fat pencil. They're not super pigmented by any means, but the color of Milk was their top seller. Everyone used to talk about it for eye makeup, so would use it as like a base on their lid or in the inner corner, and I just don't see it anymore. I don't see the jumbo pencils at all. The color of milk was the most popular one when it was in. Now, while we're talking about NYX, I'm going to talk about one that was not suggested. This is one that I personally think is falling off the map because it was super hyped when it first came out, that it was sold out in my CVS for a while. And this is the NYX Lip Lingerie liquid lipsticks. These lipsticks were very hyped and they were very drying to my lips. I don't know about you guys, but everyone said these are the best lipsticks. They don't dry out your lips, they don't do anything bad, but they dried out my lips. So I don't know. I bought a couple of them, I used one, never used the rest, and haven't used them since because it just dries out my lips and I don't want that. I found that a lot of other liquid lipsticks formulation, even from the drugstore, have better formulations than that one. I don't know why it was so hyped, but it was, and it's not anymore, and that's why we're talking about it. Alright, so this is another item that I've not tried, and this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Whoa. Everyone loved Estee Lauder. They still love Estee Lauder. But personally, I just don't see it. You know, I don't know. Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation was super popular on the YouTubes. I didn't see it as much on Instagram, but I just don't see it anymore. Where'd it go? Is it on sale? Because it's expensive. Alright, so next product is one that the only reason I heard about it a couple months ago is because Jacqueline's name isn't on it anymore, and this is the Champagne Pop Highlighter by Becca. Now, I think a couple months ago they had to take Jacqueline's name off all of the displays and stuff for Champagne Pop. I guess like the legal whatever isn't good anymore or whatever. I don't know. They just took her name off of it, is all I'm gonna say. But it just, I don't see anybody using the highlighter anymore. People were saying this was like their go-to, the best highlighter they ever used. It was sold out all the time. But I don't see anybody reaching for Champagne Pop anymore, and I don't see people really using the Shimmering Skin Perfectors by Becca anymore. Personally, I find the color of Pearl, which Nikki Tutorials talked me into buying because she said it was her all-time best highlighter ever for several months, and I found it powdery. It was still a pretty highlighter, it looked really gorgeous, but it was powdery, and I think everyone kind of figured that out and they don't buy those highlighters anymore. Next product is from our friends over at Tarte's. We're not actually friends, I just wanted to say that because all the trips are like friends and stuff. This is the Tarte Clay Pot Eyeliner. This was around for a while, then poof, gone the next. Everyone praised it as like being the right consistency, but I just don't see it anymore, and personally I think it's kind of overpriced for being just like an eyeliner. You know, like a potted eyeliner. I don't know. You don't get super large amounts of product in it, and I don't see it anymore. Alright, so you guys wanted this one in the video, but I feel like everyone knows it's disappeared. And this is the OCC Lip Tar. I never used it. I was not into makeup when this was popular. Guys, this is gone because it wasn't as good as everybody said. And it was around like 10 years ago. Like, sheesh. At least in this video I'm talking about things that were relevant in the last like 3 years. This OCC Lip Tar is ancient, you guys. If you still have it, throw it away. It's expired. I'm sure they still make it. But I don't know why you guys suggest. This was one of the most suggested things for this video is the OCC Lip Tar. Guys, it's been around forever. And ever. And ever. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below some things that you think have disappeared that I maybe didn't cover in the first video, or this one. I'm sure there's tons because I don't know everything, and I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next video. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.